10 secrets hidden in American national monuments. But first, thank you Popular Gamer 10 for your comment on our strange images found on Mars video. We put a lot of hard work and dedication into each of our videos to be the best. We hope you guys enjoy this one too. Number 10. Buried Alamo Treasure. Could there possibly be a hidden treasure at the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas? If you recall seeing Unsolved Mysteries, there was an episode where the camera crew filmed the excavation of an old well at the Alamo. Rumors quickly spread about treasure being located nearby due to an old map that was discovered. The modern-day treasure hunters didn't find any treasure exactly, but many still believe that there is something still out there, and that they didn't look good enough. Some people claim the treasure is actually buried with the bodies of the lost soldiers who defended the fort, and it was supposed to finance the Texas Revolution. Another secret you might have not known about is that within one of the walls of the chapel, an unidentified skull was found that many believe to be from a priest. Some claim that he is indeed the spiritual guardian of the treasure so that it cannot be discovered. Number 9. The Washington Monument. Many people are attracted to the Washington Monument each year for its striking appearance. But what exactly made our country want to build something like an obelisk, an Egyptian design? Some believe that this is a phallic symbol that is actually worshipped by the secret society known as the Freemasons, which George Washington was reportedly a member of. The Freemasons held a lot of special power in which members like Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and James Monroe were all a part of. This is also the reason we see Freemason symbols like the Egyptian pyramid on our money. Freemasons adored Egyptian deities as well as their symbols. The obelisk is most notably an Egyptian structure which are often seen at the entrance of their temples. Also, a few other objects were hidden within it, one of them being a Bible, and the other a secret message that cannot be seen with the naked eye. The inscription says, Laus Deo. This means, praise be to God. Also, at the very tip of the obelisk is a 9-inch aluminum pyramid. This was an extremely difficult design at that period in 1848. There's one secret about this place we'll get to later in this video that's similar to another secret in a different monument. Number 8. The Gateway Arch. Anyone who visits the city of St. Louis will certainly stop to see the Gateway Arch. Built right next to the Mississippi River, it was constructed in 1967 in honor of the westward expansion of the United States and is our tallest monument. Many residents of the city really protested the idea and felt that the money could be spent in better ways to help the community. Many people in the community felt that it was anti-Native American to construct. They thought it was a monument that celebrated the conquest of their people and the slaughter of Native American tribes across our country. In Roman times, arcs were built to commemorate victory in battle. The famous Arc de Triomphe in Paris lists off the battles that Napoleon was victorious in, but most people don't look at it that way. Also, trams can transport visitors to the top of the arch where the two sides are connected with a keystone. This supports the other sections of the monument. Before the keystone was actually welded here, a time capsule containing 736,000 signatures of local residents was sealed within, mostly of school children. The other items they placed here still remain a mystery. Number 7. The Statue of Liberty. This monument serves as an international symbol of liberty to many newcomers to the United States. The mega statue designed by the French serves as a gift, celebrating the friendship between the Americans and the people of France. It depicts the Roman goddess Libertas, who bears a torch and a book with the date of the American independence. But Lady Liberty might not look as free as we might think. This is why we don't always notice that on her right foot, she's actually wearing shackles and chained to the ground. What could this possibly represent? We might be in a free country, but still lack certain freedoms, and are still under control of the government. Or is our freedom just a complete illusion? Some believe it could mean that she's moving away from oppression we had when we were among the colonies. Others suggest that it's a reminder not to make the mistake of slavery again. What do you believe? Number 6. The Lincoln Memorial. Abraham Lincoln was our 16th president, and when discussing our best presidents of all time, he seemingly always is mentioned. In Washington, D.C., his image is immortalized in marble, symbolizing our country's strength and unity. A trip to our nation's capital is certainly not complete without taking a stop here. So what kind of secrets could this monument be hiding? This one is right in front of your face, but many fail to spot it. It turns out Abraham Lincoln's arms sit on top of an ancient Roman symbol meaning absolute power. The pillars that his arms rest on are what's known as a fasces. These are basically bundles of sticks that have represented power for centuries. Some believe that these represent the unity of the colonies. Also, we get the word fascist from this word and a symbol used by the Italian fascist regime during World War II. The word fascist comes directly from the word fasces in Latin. This is also sometimes depicted with an axe, and it's right at the beginning of the steps to this historic monument. There's also a statue of George Washington leaning on this symbol of power right next to his monument. What are they trying to tell us using this fascist symbol to a monument of one of our greatest leaders? This symbol was originally used by the Romans as a sign of power, and it's clear their symbolism and architecture can be found throughout our capital. We're not trying to say that our founding fathers were fascist by any means, and it's possible the Piccirilli brothers, the Italian marble cutters that came to America from Italy to help sculpt it, might have added these symbols as a way to give it an Italian flair in 1922. Number 5. Thomas Jefferson Monument. The Jefferson Memorial was dedicated by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt on what would have been his 200th birthday, but much controversy surrounded this that most people don't know about. Many residents actually protested the construction of the Jefferson Memorial due to its location. By putting his monument on the tidal basin in Washington, D.C., it called for the destruction of beautiful elm and cherry trees. The Commission of Fine Arts was particularly outraged and claimed that it violated the original city layout plans of our capital. This eventually led to an event known as the Cherry Tree Rebellion, where about 50 women protested the destruction by chaining themselves around the trees near the construction site, hoping to stop these from being destroyed. In another case, a group of 150 women snatched shovels and stood in front of bulldozers. In order to avoid conflict, the trees were removed during the night, and the construction continued despite the anger it inflicted. Other mysteries around this monument claim that Jefferson's statue is positioned to stare directly towards the White House. Number 4. The White House Underground. The White House is the official residence of the leader of the free world. Guests are allowed to visit certain parts, but much of it is still left a secret. But beneath the White House lies a vast system of underground bunkers, as well as the underground West Wing Command Center. This portion of the White House was constructed in 2010 and shrouded in secrecy. When the bunker was being built, it was covered up with tall fences that went around the West Wing. The tall fences and the visible bulldozers led many conspiracy theories to outrageous ideas. What else could they have constructed here they're not telling us about? The Obama administration gave 2 reasons for the bunker. 1. To protect key people and data in order to render critical decisions. And 2. Secret relocation of the president and his Secret Service during a case of an emergency situation. Guests are allowed to visit the Oval Office when it's not being used. If no one's looking, you might be able to search for the secret trapdoor located underneath the president's desk that will lead them directly to the secret underground bunker. What else could they be hiding from us underground? Are they preparing for a zombie apocalypse as well? Number 3. Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is a well-recognized monument depicting 4 American presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt. It took 14 years of hard work to complete, and it's truly a magnificent piece of art. But what could they possibly be hiding from us up on the mountain? Mount Rushmore was going to be more than just a cool sculpted mountain. The original design had plans for this place to hold on to copies of important American documents. They actually planned to hold the real U.S. Constitution, Bill of Rights, and even the Declaration of Independence at this location. Maybe the real ones on display are just well-made forgeries, and the government keeps the real copies here at Mount Rushmore. If we could feature one more president on Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why? Let us know in the comments section, and maybe we'll feature your answer in an upcoming video. Number 2. The Hoover Dam. This massive engineering feat over the mighty Colorado River helps create hydroelectric power to Las Vegas and 7 U.S. states. It stands directly between Arizona and Nevada and is a huge tourist attraction. Many people, however, don't always realize the eerie secret about this place. Over 100 people died constructing the dam due to the harsh conditions and the questionable safety practices at the time. No matter the loss of life, the dam needed to be completed. Another strange thing that happened here: the first person to die was a man by the name of Tierney, who fell off a boat and drowned during a geological survey. The last person to die was his son Patrick, who died 13 years later to the exact day as his father. Strange but true. And number 1, Kryptos. Kryptos is a sculpture by an artist named Jim Sanborn that's found at the entrance of the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia. It might not be a national monument, but it's right outside an important government building, which makes it even more mysterious and secretive. Ever since the sculpture was placed here, many have truly pondered the exact meaning of the encrypted message. It remains the most well-known unsolved codes in the world. Neither amateur or professional cryptanalysis have been able to come up with the meaning. The longer you look at it, the worse of a headache you get. Could solving this puzzle result in knowing a secret that the CIA doesn't want us to know about? Who knows?